for our first part on Hidden Gems, we're going to talk about a game that we both personally love. In 2005, as a launch title for the Xbox 360, Sega published with Monolith, who made Fear, developed a game called Condemned Criminal Origins. The game featured you playing as an agent in first person, trying to figure out this mystery of a serial killer who kills serial killers in a defunct town filled with crazed people, essentially. And let me tell you, because we played this in high school, I made my host over here, David, I made him play it.
I can confirm.
I was like,
you had a gun to my head.
I did. It's like, you made me play Outlast. I am miserable now. Let's play Condemned. And what did you think of the game, David?
Certainly better than Outlast, that's for sure.
It's not that hard. Come on.
No, I really, really enjoyed it. It is definitely, I can see why it's such a cult classic.
Yeah, and I think the thing is, because we were talking about this in the horror segment, is that combat needs to be not good, but playable. So the gameplay of Condemned is basically you grab anything off the walls. If it can be grabbed, you can grab it. But here's the caveat. The AI for the enemy is so unpredictable, you don't know what to do. So they can also pick up the same thing you're going for. They have weird attack patterns. It's very hard. You need to get into it like a rhythm, like a boxer. And you all while trying to hunt down this criminal. And it's so weird. It's so, what was it? There's the mall level, not spoiling anything, the mall level. The game focuses on
flashbacks just thinking about that.
There's so much unpredictability, like the mall level where things move in the shadow and you don't see until it gets a little too close and you're like, oh no. There's the house level where you're basically trapped in a little farmhouse and it's being invaded on all fronts. And you have to travel like to turn on the lights and stuff. It's so like high tension, I guess would be it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like the weapon, like you can grab from anything, but the enemies can do it to you. This is like they can grab water pipes to make it so that like you can't see their footprints, which I didn't know this until like recently. They can take electric conduits to break lights in the area. Like that's advanced for 2005.
It is. And obviously, the visuals haven't aged well, but that's because it was in 2005. But I don't know if it'll ever happen, but I would personally love to see a remaster.
It needs a remaster. It needs a PC, but I think it's still only available.
Really?
It is available right now on Xbox One via backwards compatibility to the Xbox 360.
There we go.
That is the only way to play it. That still is. It's not on PC. It's not on PlayStation. Never got ported. It really does need a remaster, but it's so hard because every single 2 years, the guy who made Condemned's like, all right, guys, y'all want Condemned 3? And he just kind of disappears. Like every single time. The game got a sequel, Condemned 2, not good at all.
We don't talk about it.
We don't talk about that.
It's like the Avatar: The Last Airbender movie. Doesn't exist.
Nope. I haven't looked at it ever since I beat the game 3 times.
I think you had me play the first chapter. I'm like, wow. This is bad.
Yeah,
and we never talked about it again.
No, and the worst part is there wasn't much of a plot line in the first Condemned. It was basically you are on the hunt for a serial killer and you see these psychological things. Condemned 2, they tried to add story to that. So, overall, I think Condemned Criminal Origins I would usually put it as one of my favorite horror games of all time. Like it's a contender up there. Mm-hmm. Right? The plot's not the best, but it's so just high tension and scary because you don't know what the enemy's gonna do. You don't know what enemy you're even fighting. They don't even explain. Like, what was it? You freaked out because there's a sewer level early on, and he was used to, because the first enemy in the game is just homeless people.
Yeah.
Right? Crazed, drugged homeless people. He goes into the sewer. There's dudes in tattered clothing crawling on all fours in the sewers, and he got freaked out. And
Don't like that.
Yeah, and they hide under boxes and things. They never explain what it is. There was and what was it? The most iconic thing of when you're in the house level and there's just this ninja in Hellraiser looking gear, and you're just like, No.
Yeah, that area especially is. It feels like something out of Silent Hill almost.
Yeah, it's
With how weird and psychological it is.
Yeah, and they never explain it.
Nope.
They never explain it, and it's great. It's so good. We here at DMC would like to approve Condemned Criminal Origins as our first hidden gem of games you should check out because it's so good.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it, or we're never doing the show again.
You know what? That's a good deal.